You're listening to Snippets from the Summit with your host, Scott McKay.
How's it going, gentlemen? This is your main man, Scott McKay, coming at you again with another Snippet from the Summit as part of the Mountaintop podcast from X&Y Communications. Today, I want to talk to you about a conversation I have pretty frequently with lots of different guys, actually, and it goes something like this. The gentleman will come to me and say, well, you know what? I'm having a hard time getting women to have sex with me. I meet them at the gym. I meet them out shopping. I meet them at the club, the bar, wherever, and they're just not willing to have sex with me. And when I dig a little deeper, what I find out is he's looking for a transactional relationship, which I've talked about at length here before, but really, he's only thinking about a one-way transaction, and that's a woman giving him what he wants, which is to have sex with her. Now, here it is. I don't know how to say this any more clearly than to just spit it out. The only way a one-way transaction with a woman will ever even seem like it's working is if you, out of the blue, come and give her what she wants, right? I don't know if it's money, being taken out to dinner, being taken on a quote-unquote shopping date, helping her babysit her cousin, helping her move, whatever it is, the only way a one-way transaction with a woman is ever going to work is if she's getting what she wants. I'm going to tell you straight up, guys, you will be beating your head against the wall if you keep hammering away at this idea of getting laid simply by somehow trying to convince women to give it to you without her getting anything in return, okay? And hey, I'm going to remain optimistic here for the sake of argument. Maybe you'll get laid. You know, maybe she'll have sex with you as a thank you for giving her what she wants. But probably not, because what she'll usually do, especially nowadays in this culture we live in, is she'll find an excuse because, well, she's also all about the one-way transaction. So, yeah, in case you haven't figured it out already, gentlemen, this still sucks. One-way transactions, whether you're expecting to get one from her and she's not going to give it to you, or you go ahead and saw your balls off and give her whatever she wants up front and she finds an excuse. Either way, it'll typically not end well, and that's the bottom line. And just to add some dimension to this discussion, think about it this way. What if a woman came to you and quickly offered you what you think you want? In other words, getting laid. What would you think of that? How would you feel about that? Well, if you're like most other men, you'll be thinking, wait a minute, how many other guys does she just throw herself at? How big a slut is this woman? How much sex does she have? How promiscuous is she? Is she going to charge me afterwards because she's really a prostitute? You're not going to feel good about a woman offering herself up to you, expecting nothing in return, purely transactionally. Ultimately, gentlemen, transactional relationships in general are not the best way to go about relating to women, even if it is in a situation where she's getting something and you're getting something in return. But I'll double dog guarantee you, one-way transactional relationships are a non-starter. So if you're one of those guys out there who's thinking, okay, what can I do to get this woman to have sex with me? You're really thinking along the same lines as that cheesy salesperson who's thinking to him or herself, what can I do to get the commission out of this person who stumbled into my store? Those are unsuccessful salespeople. The successful salesperson gives you what you want, makes sure you're happy, and gets what they want in return. And in the context of a car dealership, that's fine. But when you're talking about two human beings and them relating to each other, especially sexually, let's finally do away with this idea of transactional relationships once and for all, because they don't work, especially one-way transactions. Next week, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about sexual success in terms of what to do instead of what not to do. And I'm sure it'll be powerful for you guys. Want to talk about this or anything else? Scott at mountaintoppodcast.com. Be good out there.
As always, visit mountaintoppodcast.com for more.